Yo guys, what's going on? I'm Tim, he's Justin, this is his Cash Kelly and AC Sports Report. I invite you guys to go to our channel, youtube.com/MrKelstar. Check out the 3 playoff previews we have up so far, and the 4th one will be coming. But we wanted to stop and give you a baseball update, because the baseball offseason is just so long and drawn out. The NFL free agency, all this shit happens in like 3 days. For baseball, it all happens in about 3.5 months. And most of the big moves are getting done now rather than earlier. Obviously, Albert Pujols switched teams. But today, big breaking news in the world of baseball on a few parts. And we'll start with the New York Yankees. First off, they traded Jesus Montero, who's technically a catcher. I think most people believe he could end up being a DH or a first baseman, because he's not really a great fielder, but man, this guy can hit. In 18 games last year, 61 at-bats, he hit .328 with 4 home runs and 12 RBIs. I'm telling you, this guy, what the Mariners' problem has always been is because they have such a huge ballpark, they haven't been able to attract people to come there as hitters. So what they need to do is they need to trade for some young hitters and get this team to be a hitting team, and then hopefully some other players will join along with them. And let me compare it to how the Phillies, when they first built Citizens Bank Park, no pitchers wanted to go there. Once they got young guys like Cole Hamels coming up, the Roy Halladay's and the Cliff Lees came along, and it didn't matter anymore. It's a matter of having the right pieces in place to have guys want to play on your team. Now, that being said, the Mariners certainly did not get him for free. They gave up Michael Pineda, who was the number 2 guy last year, to Felix Hernandez. In his rookie season, in 28 games, 171 innings, he was 9-10 with a .374 ERA. And I've heard a lot of people say that this guy, it's just because he was in the American League West. And it proves that the people who normally talk about baseball, the experts that you guys go to, don't really watch teams other than the Yankees, the Phillies, and the Red Sox, and the huge big market East Coast teams. When we cover baseball, we go through this and we know what we're talking about. And I can tell you, Michael Pineda is filthy. That was his rookie season. I see this guy being a solid pitcher for the Yankees, a solid number 2 pitcher in the long run for the Yankees. Maybe not right away, and they corrected who could potentially be their number 2 pitcher, but maybe not right away. But long term, he's going to be very good. The Mariners, you know what, they had to get a hitter, and this could potentially be a move that maybe intrigues Prince Fielder to take a look at maybe going to the Mariners, which has been speculated on. But Justin, what do you think about this trade?
I think this is going to work out on both teams right here. So, Michael Pineda last year had a phenomenal start, and then he started slowing down a little bit. He was 9-10 all year. He had a 3.74 ERA, and like you said, this guy is going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future of his career. Jesus Montero, on the other hand, he's been the Yankees' top prospect for some time now. He's coming over to the Seattle Mariners, where most free agents would not want to sign, because this team is not the greatest. It needs to improve. It has some great talent. This is a young, talented team. This team has Ichiro's. I'm not saying he's young. Ichiro's a good captain of that team. You got the outfielders and Franklin Gutierrez. You also got like Brendan Ryan. You got Sean Figgins, Dustin Ackley. This is a very young team who I think in the next couple of years could be possibly like one of the youngest teams, and probably could hit the playoffs here in a few years if they just keep on signing some like a top free agent. But this is a decent pick for him, and I think it's going to be a good idea bringing Jesus Montero in. I don't know if he could possibly be competing for the catcher's role with Miguel Olivo there. John Jaso is there, so I think who's going to be helping him out a little bit more is probably going to be Miguel Olivo, since he has the veteran type of atmosphere on that catch.
Yeah, and he's a solid catcher too behind the plate. So what they're gonna do is probably try and work with Montero originally, see what he can do. He'll probably end up being the DH for them, and that might take away somewhat from his value, but it might also prolong his career. The Yankees today also signing Hiroki Kuroda. This will be a 1-year, $10 million deal. And look, the Yankees needed pitching. We talk to a kid all the time, big Yankees fan, who talks about how much the Yankees needed pitching. They got it today. And Hiroki Kuroda has been a solid inning eater type. He'll get you 31 starts. He'll get you 170 or 80 innings at least. Last year with the Dodgers, he had a 3.07 ERA, 13-16. But the way people are talking about is Pineda will go to the American League East and he won't be able to pitch. I worry a lot more about a 36-year-old who's probably going to lose some of his stuff over the next few years and is going from the NL West, which is really, the AL West is not a great hitting division, although it's gotten a lot better this offseason with the Angels bats. But the NL West has not been too much better. I mean, the Giants can't hit a lick. The Diamondbacks, except for last year, have been an awful team. The Padres are good once every 3 or 4 years. I mean, that has been a pretty bad hitting division. And Hiroki Kuroda has pitched in that division quite a bit. And I think that that's kind of been one of the reasons that he has been able to be so successful. Justin, what's the other signing you want to get to?
This was actually a huge day in baseball. You got the Yankees signing Kuroda as well. Another breaking type of news thing: the captain of the Boston Red Sox, Jason Varitek, has been offered a minor league deal. I want to ask you, Tim, why would the Boston Red Sox give Varitek a minor league deal? This is something that does not make sense to me at all. He is 39 years old, but he is the captain for that Red Sox team. Is the Red Sox thinking going with Adrian Gonzalez as the captain? Is that probably why they're giving him a minor league
No, I don't
contract?
think it has to do with anything about being the captain, but I think one of the big things that has kept him there over the years is his leadership. And the Red Sox clubhouse, as it's been shown over the offseason, was an absolute mess last year. And they already have guys like Jared Saltalamacchia, Kelly Shopik, and really, I think that maybe they just are saying that this will give him a chance to come to spring training, and we'll see. I guess they just don't want to see him long. The bottom line is I don't think they have room for a 39-year-old catcher. Another signing that went down today is the Cubs have agreed to a deal with Kerry Wood. We knew he wanted to go back there. 1 year, $3 million. He has become a pretty solid reliever. He's been able to stay relatively healthy over the past few years, so that's big. Also, Prince Fielder met today with the Texas Rangers, and it looks like they might actually have room to sign Yu Darvish, who has to be signed, I believe, by the end of next week, and also sign Prince Fielder. So we're going to have to see what happens, but I mean, a lot of things went down in baseball today.
Oh yeah, man, it was just a big day for baseball, including this trade. I was actually just taking a little bit of nap, so I had a hard day at school, and then you call and I'm like, oh, you see that trade? It was just a big day for baseball. This is gonna be huge. So I want you guys to check out the show, the Cash Kelly Nancy Sports Report. Make sure you check out our last game previews and everything. We got more coming. We're gonna have some recaps after the playoffs.
Yeah, and the biggest move of the day today might be, I think the Mets have found their replacement for Jose Reyes by signing Ronnie Cedeno. Biggest move of the offseason right there, right, Justin?
Hey, he was the top prospect for like some time when he was with like
it was with the Cubs, yeah. And he never turned out to really be anything. We'll see. Guys find it sometimes at age 28 rather than finding it at age 22 or 23. We're going to have to see the baseball coverage. You know there's no place better to get it than with me and Justin, so stay tuned. Hey, we're only about 40 days away from pitchers and catchers, less I think. We'll be doing we're going to be doing the 30 teams in 30 days, MLB previews like we did on MLB baseball blogs. We'll probably do that on this channel this year. So we're going to be having a ton of videos coming out. We are going to continue to give you the best NFL playoffs coverage on here. The NBA playoffs. Last year we had great coverage of that, and we are continuing this year with guys like myself, KJ, Thomit, Justin. Everyone will cover that. And we'll mix in some other things too. So just stay tuned on this channel. We're going to be having some UFC thing, an NFL draft report. coming up, a mock draft. Who needs Mel Kiper? We got Justin Gotts here. I'm Tammy's Justin. This is a Cash County AC Sports Report. #Deuces.